You're about to hear from some teams that are tackling the world's largest sector. The food and agricultural sector is worth $8 trillion and contributes to over 10% of the global economy. Meat alone is worth $1.4 trillion and set to double in the next 20 years. We are currently facing a major existential and economic threat as a result of a growing human population. By 2050, our world will have more than 10 billion inhabitants, causing intense competition for food, making this not only a sustainability, animal welfare, and climate change issue, but also a matter of national security for most countries. So before we begin, I want to talk through 15 shocking facts that will hopefully set the stage just to help everyone recognize how unsustainable all of this is. Point 1. Worldwide, there's about 70 billion farm animals today that are slaughtered for food, over 2/3 of those coming from factory farms. Point 2. This takes up a lot of land. 77% of all of our available land for agriculture is used for livestock, either for land for grazing or land to grow animal feed. However, despite taking up such a large percentage of land, meat and dairy only contribute 17% of our global caloric supply and 33% of our global protein supply. Point 3. Approximately 7 football fields of land are bulldozed every minute to create more room for farmed animals. Point 4. Livestock production today accounts for 8% of our global water usage, and it's only going up. Point 5. Animal agriculture is responsible for 18% of our total greenhouse gases worldwide. Cows, for example, produce more than 150 billion gallons of methane per day. And emissions in agriculture are also on the way up, projected to increase by over 80% in 2050. We are already adding more harmful greenhouse gases through this industry than the entire transportation sector combined. Point 6. More than 80% of all antibiotics produced in the world go straight into meat, so that the animals can live artificially in the waste and their conditions, as well as rapidly grow in speed. Animals are also fed corn, wheat, and soy, which are heavily farmed with tremendous amounts of pesticides, which can remain in the animals' bodies and then are passed on to the people who eat them, creating serious health hazards also for humans. Point 7. The amount of waste produced by the livestock and poultry in factory farm is 13 times larger than that produced by the entire US population. Point 8. Confining so many animals in one place creates so much waste, more than the surrounding lands can handle. And as a result, factory farms are usually associated with environmental hazards such as water, land, and air pollution. This pollution from animal waste causes problems also for the humans who live nearby. Respiratory problems, skin infections, nausea, as well as depression and death. Number 9. These poor environments have also led to major diseases and conditions for animals. Pneumonia, for example, runs rampant in factory farm pigs, and over 80% of them are known to have pneumonia at the point of slaughter. Number 10. A chicken in a factory farm usually lives in a space smaller than your iPad. Their beaks of chickens, turkeys, and ducks are removed to make it more efficient. And some egg-laying hens are often starved for up to 14 days, exposed to light patterns and given no water to shock their bodies into molting, which is shedding old skin and feathers and forcing new ones. And over 10% die during this process. And 90% of them are not able to walk properly as a result of the entire environment and condition. Number 11, animals are forced to grow 3 times faster today than they were before. And 99% of them never get to their natural state. Most are killed as kids or teenagers before they actually get to develop. Number 12, veterinary care is almost never administered to sick or injured animals, like you would today for a dog or a cat. 13, to top it all up, a typical supermarket chicken, for example, today contains more than twice the amount of fat and 1/3 less protein than 40 years ago. So you'd have to consume almost 6 intensely reared chickens to get the same amount of nutrients as one chicken in the 1970s. Number 14, as an example, 750,000 dairy cows in the UK. The UK has less than 750,000 cows than it did before, but they create more milk than in the last 25 years. And number 15, as a concluder, if you're not concerned with the animal welfare, the environment, or even the business case, then hopefully point 15 will shock you. Global farming will only be possible for another 60 years if soil degradation continues. This means that we can no longer produce food the way we do. So with that as a base, I'm going to open the stage for a lot of our teams who are about to talk about what they're doing and how we can all work to build a much more equitable as well as sustainable food system. Thank you.